Frankfurt, end of the 18th century. In the narrow streets of the Judengasse, it smells of spices, resin, and hope. A man stands at a small wooden table. Among carts, bottles, and dried herbs, he mixes powders, weighs notes. His name Leopold Casella. He is not a nobleman, and not a banker, not a scholar, just a merchant, but one with an instinct greater than any laboratory of the time. He believes that wealth is not in possession, but in understanding things that others do not yet see. In 1798, Casella founded the trading house Casella and Co. in Frankfurt. He sells dyes, remedies, and exotic spices from India and the Orient. But while others only trade, Casella begins to ask, how are these colors created? Yes, do they remain? Why do they fade? He realizes that the secret is not in trade, but in chemistry, in the invisible reactions that change substances and with them the world. He begins to experiment, hires researchers, has recipes procured from England, and establishes small laboratories in Frankfurt-Fessenheim. At that time, Frankfurt was the capital of money. The Rothschilds, the Speyers, the Bethmans were active here, but Casella was different. He was not a financial acrobat, but a quiet, diligent craftsman of progress. While others traded in bonds and gold, he traded in ideas, and that made him dangerous and valuable. As a Jew, he was a second-class citizen, not allowed to hold public office, lead a guild, or own land, but he found another path to freedom through knowledge. When Casella dies in 1847, he leaves behind no castle, no crown, but a foundation. His nephews, Leopold and Ludwig Ganz, continue their company. They transform the trading house into a chemical factory. In the halls of Fechenheim, Germany's first synthetic dyes are created. The blue of the uniform, the red of the flags, the green of the advertisements, they all come from Casella's legacy. A merchant became a system, a pigment, an empire. But success came at a price. Casella and Company later merged with other chemical giants, BASF, Hecht, Bayer into IG Farben, a corporation that was larger than entire countries. A part of Casella's legacy was transformed into war production in the 20th century. Colors that once brought beauty became poisons. When knowledge becomes power, conscience decides to whom it belongs. Today, hardly anything reminds us if Leopold Casella, his company, lives on in name, in Horst, in Sanofi, in German chemistry itself. He had no scandals, no palaces, no headlines, just one idea. That knowledge can create wealth without a crown, without war, and without a sword. He died as a merchant, but his Carlos outlived him, along with the invisible empire of chemistry. He sought no power, only the secret of color. Yet in the end, he colored the world itself. Colors fade, but their stories remain. In every tone lies a memory of people who saw more than just the visible.